What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 41 different altcoins today. Yesterday I was talking about 27 altcoins. There was no sound. That video went on for an hour long. I'm going to try to make this one close to that, so we're going to be going rapid fire because I remember more or less, roughly what I was saying about some of these, so it should be pretty quick. But we're going to go over the list real quick. I just want to make one quick announcement before we do. The list in the order that we're going to be talking about it. I will not leave timestamps, so if you want to know when, what coin I'm talking about, based on the list, you're going to have to assume where, in the chart, skip around and jump through that, or just watch the whole thing. That's preferred as well. It's also preferred if you leave a like, hit that subscribe button. We do requests like this every single day. And what was I going to say? I was going to say that on Sunday this week, we will no longer be doing more than 2 requests per person per day. That's going to be the limit. It's the first time we're ever putting restrictions on it. If it stays out of hand, man, because the channel is getting bigger. It's hard to do requests for every single person. I just genuinely don't have time. If I did, I would do it. And maybe in the future that will be a thing. But for right now, I don't. If it's still out of hand, I might have to put further restrictions on it. But for now, the idea is 2 requests per person per day, starting Sunday. So just to make people aware of that. Anyways, this is the list. This is the order that we're doing it in. I hope you guys are ready because I sure as hell am not. WTK and Yoto for the Unleavened Baptist. XTZ, Colana, PNG, ABT, and Dragon Chain for Celos. Jasmine for Flower Child. Bonk for Mr. Eggroll Man. Near for Unlawful Awful. Ada for Fredium. VTC for Kirk, LRC for ILY, Dash for Kirk, CFX, VAIOT, and CHC for LZ. 1-inch for Hoshi, BB for Felton Alves, DOT and IMX for the answer, Ave for Ryan Karami VT, Doge, Vera, and ASM for JG Aesthetics. We're going to talk about He-Mule for Rob Flynn. I believe He-Mule is Vitalik's cat. I was looking into that. It's like Vitalik Buterin's cat. Moving on to LINU for Slowkey, AKT for Stana, H-Bar for the other Corey. We got a special shout out when that comes along. Flo and Corum for Kara. Karate, NTRN, AIT for Chad Shee. Aero, AERO for Joshua Sanker. UBT for Daniel Kosmala, Danny Boy himself. ASP for the answer. Raka for Omar Vilosmo Mundo da Perolaf. Rio, Moby, and Neon for Chad Shee, and that's it, you guys. That's the motherfucking list, man. That's it. All right, let's get into this. So, Wadzi Pay, WTK, looking really good. It looks like it's in this channel. That's not a straight line at all, but something like this, that's your ascending trend line. This is your ascending trend line here. You found support, and obviously it's tighter than that, but you found support on the bottom of it, on the base, right? Imagine a straight line. You're bouncing up. You probably likely do see new all-time highs. Not all-time highs. I mean, eventually all-time highs, but relative highs. Between 6.6 cents and 9 cents. Let's see what this lines up with. Again, I think it actually would merit higher prices even than that. Yes, your 1272 and your 1618 come very well in line with this golden ratio. So I'd say 7 to 10 cents is where you're going. That's WTK. Yoto. Got some fibs drawn up here. I want to make sure I've got the sound on. Yes, it looks like it. Okay, we're all good. Top to bottom here, it looks like you found resistance at your 618 area, came back down. You did go below your 236, now you're above it. Relatively speaking, on this fib, on the more near-term fib here, I can delete the bigger one. Dipped below the 618, hit your 786, now you're back above it. It looks good. It looks good on a daily basis. I would say it wants to go up from here. Let's see how you do with the 382. If you get the 50943 and you break above that, that would be really convincing that you will see a new high. As of right now, I am under the assumption that you will see a new high, but there's still some work that has to be done. But it does look pretty good. So I'm going to say 4-hour looks good, daily looks good, going up from here. XTZ Tezos for Mr. Celos. Yes, we are looking like we want to move up. Yes, this is, I think yesterday you said this one looked like it wanted to break out, and I would agree, more or less. It looks like it's in this channel. It had a decent week this week so far. You're in the overbought zone right now. This RSI on the weekly looks coiled up and ready to go. If and when you get a week to close above about $1.26, yeah, you're probably ready to break out. You might see this move. It's some kind of, it almost looks like an Adam and Eve. It might be an Adam and Eve, but nonetheless, some kind of bottoming pattern. I would assume when you break this line here, you will go up substantially. More than double your price is what I would think. But let's take a relative fib, get the extension on there, top to bottom. $1.88 to 255. If we take the top here, this fib from the top, come on now, top to bottom, 382 and the 382 line up, $1.72, $1.88. They're pretty close to each other. The 61869 at these deeper extensions here, that could be your ultimate target. But yeah, I think it wants to move up. Is it going to move up now? That's the question. The real question with this thing is when. Like, is it going to cool off? It's a little hot on the daily RSI. Could it cool off? Sure, and it really could. It could cool off for multiple weeks before breaking out officially, but soon, man, very, very soon. And one of the first things to look for is this. Whenever you close a week above that line there, which you're pretty damn close to doing, but you're just not there yet. Oh, I guess technically you have. You are above it, aren't you? I guess you are. I'd want to see more separation than that, and then really getting above that nipple there. Once you do that, it's on. But this would get me excited, this first white line would. So that's XTZ. Colana now, talking about Colana. Colana. Yes, it looks like it wants to go down, in my opinion, to 0.007 probably. If it goes up from here, it'll go to like 1.26 cents at the most, I would think. Why is this RSI so blown up, man? I don't know. RSI looks somewhat decent, but it's not productive enough in my opinion. In this kind of looks like it wants to roll over. Well, let's see what happens, man. I mean, really, if you get above this 382, I would think you go higher. But if you break below this low here at about 0.0086, this like closing low here, 88 actually, you're probably going to go lower. I would think at least to your 618, if not your 786 or 886. So that's Colana. Hold on one second. And I'm back. Okay, let's make sure the sound's on. It's on, or at least it's telling me it's on. That's Colana. Let's talk about PNG, and it's not Procter & Gamble. This is Pangolin. Pangolin. I think this is the thing that started COVID, right? At least that's what they say, right? They say a lot of things. Top to bottom here, common retracement would be back to your 382. You've almost basically achieved that. I think, let's see. Yeah, yesterday I was calling for that. I know I was. I wouldn't have this fib if I was expecting higher prices, right? The extensions are to the downside and not even anything to the upside. So definitely yesterday, I wasn't able to say it because the audio was off, but I definitely does look like, in my opinion, because this fib was left over from yesterday's analysis, it does look like I was thinking it would go lower, and that makes sense, man. Huge move up, very freaking overbought, like incredibly overbought. Seeing a retracement back to 32 cents, your 382 area, it's a very common thing to do, and it's a healthy thing to do. You're at about 43 cents right now. I would bet you go a little bit below 32 cents, and you very well could go all the way back down to your 61869 area. That is a previous area of resistance here. It's like right there. You could go to your 786 even. Don't be scared. It's a big drop from here, but you could go a lot lower. I would anticipate that you break below 30 cents. However, do you go below 14 cents? I'm not as convinced on that, but yeah, something you might see 15 cents as your low, but something down there. I think you do go below 20 cents, but at the bare minimum, something below 30 cents or around 30 cents is what I would expect. But yeah, down for PNG. ABT now, I'm assuming it's this one, arc block, looking good, looking like it double topped here, and it probably wants to go down. Whenever I said looking good, it does look good. It's a very bullish chart, but probably does want to turn around from here. Very, 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 very hot RSI, incredibly hot. It's like burning my eyes. It looks so hot. Bearish divergence at play here. It is confirmed. I would think with yesterday's tip, this kind of double top action that you got going on, you're probably going to go down. I would think below this 382, again below about 60.6 cents. Now this thing is pretty resilient. You could pull back to this area, the 236 area, around $1, hold that as support and build from there. It is possible. But I'm under the impression you might see a longer phase of kind of consolidation or accumulation. I should say consolidation or distribution, actually. Maybe not distribution. I mean, technically to some degree, but let's call it consolidation, a pullback. That'd be at least your 382 or your 61869 area. This happened pretty fast. I don't expect it to happen as fast on the way down. In fact, I would think it takes longer. So we're talking about multiple months where this will likely be not exciting. If you want it to go up in the more immediate term, then we're going to have to see a quick drop, a really quick drop. So the quicker, the better. We can get it done with faster. But personally, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to grind its way down. Took the elevator up. It's going to take the stairs down. That's my opinion. So working its way down to at least 60 cents, if not, in my genuine opinion, probably around 26 cents or lower. Here you are at $1.85, $1.84 right now. Maybe you tip this area, maybe you tip 33 cents, but you got a lot of retracing to do, my friends. It's my genuine opinion. Can I be wrong? Yes. Have I been wrong about this thing before? Yes, but at a bare minimum, 60 cents, man. That's where I'll see you. That's where I'll see you. So that's ABT. DRGN, Dragon Chain, looking like, I forget what I said about this one yesterday. Yeah, it looks like it probably wants to turn around. You don't have confirmed bearish divergence. I mean, you do to some degree, but I bet it wants to turn around, man. Yeah, the daily RSI to me looks bearish. You're being held down by this 618 enough times. You could turn around from here. I mean, you could go up from here is what I'm trying to say, actually. It is possible. I'm under the impression you're going to go down, though. Yeah, 4 hour doesn't excite me. It doesn't look bad. The daily doesn't look bad either, but it just more or less looks like it's time, if that makes sense. I don't know. You're moving up higher with less volume. You're moving up higher and you're getting rejected from these stronger areas. You are staying above the 50, which is nice, but I think it's just a matter of time. You're getting to the end of this consolidation up here where you break out to the downside. You're probably going to see a move down to either the 0.5, which is at about half a cent there, or 5 cents there, I'm sorry, or the 382 down at about 3 cents. That's my opinion for DRGN. Let's talk about Jasmy. Jasmy coin up, man. Jasmy. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's why I say all those different names, because I really don't know how it's pronounced. Let's see. Looking very good. Very good. Probably wants to see a pullback at some point, but let's just see here real quick. Top to bottom. Oh man, I would think you'd want to go at like up to 3 cents before turning around, but you don't have to. Yeah, you might not. You might not. Huh. Hard to say. That's not a good day yesterday, man. That's really not a good day yesterday. Let's see how you do. You might pull back to your 1618, which is all the way at like $1.56, $1.57. No, I'm sorry, 1.56 to 1.57 cents. You might pull back down there. Being this close to your 2272, I would think you'd go up there. That is a decent looking daily RSI. It's a pretty strong looking weekly RSI, but you could turn around here. Nothing wrong with that. You absolutely could turn around here. You're deep enough in the extension zones, man. Top to bottom. 382 just above it. Yeah, it wouldn't be crazy to go, I mean, all the way back down to a cent or so, like genuinely. At least 1.6 cents, man. Hard to say. Maybe even 1.1 cents. I think it wants to pull back from here. All that to say. Very bullish looking 4 hour and daily RSI. But something about it looks like it's dying off, in my opinion. Volume's dying off. Movements, like it broke out, but where's the follow through? You know, here you broke out, you pulled back for a little bit, and then just immediate follow through, right? Where here you broke out, and there's not really a whole lot of follow through. Like you moved up a little bit more, but like in the more immediate term. But I don't know. To me, it seems like it's going to go down. I don't know. I'm droning on at this point. I think it's going lower. Bonk. We're going to talk about Bonk. I think this is one yesterday that I was saying I've had a change of heart on. I thought it would go a lot lower, and it might not now. On Orca, sure, we can talk about it on Orca. Okay, so from bottom to top, generally my expectation would have been to the 382 at least. To 50 is 382. Okay. But You didn't even hit your 236, and you're having a very positive reaction right now. I don't know if this is the right chart to use. Let's go on Bonk on Solana maybe. Where are you? Or is this on Solana? I don't know. It says on Orca. Which one has the most volume? This one has the most volume. Okay. Yeah, didn't even hit your 236. That is decent volume on the weekly. That's why I wanted to look at the one with the most volume. This could be a breakout. Now the thing is, you are set up still for a kind of double top scenario, slightly lower high scenario. You could go up to a slightly higher high and still double top, have this M pattern. I'm not throwing this out of the window just yet, this 5038 area. I still think it's got a very solid chance of being accomplished. You could even go all the way back down to your 618, man. But things are starting to look a little bit different. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that is a good move. So really what it would take to convince me that this thing is going to go higher is I would like to see this week first. This wouldn't completely convince me, but it would start to close it a little bit higher than it is now. Over the next, it's Friday technically. Over the next 3 days, move up higher, stay up there, close to where you're like breaking up above this. If you can do that, that'll be the first thing to convince me that you're going to go higher and that these lower prices are no longer in play. Second thing to do would be get above that price period. Doesn't have to close, just get above it. If you can close above this on a weekly period, get above that on any period at all, I will relinquish these price targets down here. But until then, I'm not completely convinced just yet. This very well could be a lower high or a double top scenario playing out before our eyes. So let's just see. Let's just see. A 382 retracement is very common, let alone a 236. You didn't see either. So that's bonk. Near, if I remember, is actually looking pretty good. Yeah, we got the upward fibs drawn on here. Hold it above that 618, 69 area. Nice to see after breaking above it. Winding up around the overbought zone. You look like you want to move up, man. We'll see at 550 to 684 in a very short amount of time. That's near protocol. And I mean, it probably wants to go higher, but near looks good in the near term. No pun intended. Cardano. Cardano is one, I don't have any interest in buying it myself, but I want to see it succeed. I kind of am like starting to root for ADA, for the ADA gang, the ADA community. But I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna fulfill the promises that it's set out to do. But I was watching some interviews with Charles I can't even pronounce his name, man. Hopkins today, and I don't know. I'm a little bit more behind it than I have been ever really in crypto, but I still am not going to buy it. I don't think there's enough. To me, it's a secure crypto. It'll probably do good, right? But I think there are plenty of other ones that are not as secure, but they're going to make a lot more money, and that's kind of what I'm attracted to personally. Let's see. Moving up, pulling back to your 382, beautiful move. You're going up. Absolutely, you're going up, man. You're going to go from this high here to this low here. If I can get it on the high, that's going to put you anywhere from 78 cents to 91 cents. You're at 67 cents right now, so up you're going. You very well could go higher than that even. We could see you at $1.21 before this move's really over, and that wouldn't be crazy because that's a previous high and a previous low area. So that's ADA. Let's talk about Link. No, not Link. Sorry, VTC. We're not talking about Link today. Sorry. On MEXC. Maybe on CoinX. Okay, CoinX it is. Looking good, looking like you want to continue higher. How high are you going to go? That one's a good question. Oh, man. I take it back. You look terrible. Oh, no, this actually looks really bad. Oh, man, yeah. I take it back, man. This looks bad. Not even a straight line, but you can see, right, you're in a very solid channel to the downside. Until you break that, I'm not convinced. You have hidden bearish divergence. You have higher highs while promoting lower highs. It's not a good look, man. On your weekly, really not a good look. I liked the daily because you're like winding up around this overbought zone. But like really, I don't know, man. It is a lower high in this grand trend of everything. Let's see what you do. To be fair, yeah, I don't know if I like it as much as I did originally. I think you're going lower, man. I think you're going lower even than this low. But probably before you were let's say you are to break this descending trend line, you are to break upwards. Probably before you do that, you'd probably come back down and find a higher low and then do that, right? You wouldn't get your lower low. You'd probably get your higher low and then move up is what my thoughts are. So nonetheless, I think you're moving down. I don't like it. This is one probably out of all of them so far that I have no interest in myself. I would stay away from it. I would advise people to stay away from it. It doesn't look good, but I could be wrong. I mean, to be fair, to be completely fair, it came out kind of in the middle of the bull market, toward the end of the bull market. You know, it's not ideal circumstances for most cryptos. It's better to come around before the bull market starts instead of toward the end of it. You know, let's see, top to bottom here. Loop ring, looking bullish on the weekly. Once you get above, man, it's hard to say. Really, okay, let's look at it like this. Either here or here. They're both pretty somewhat respected. Between 43 and 48 cents, I don't know which one's more significant. Really, I guess get above 48 cents and I'll be convinced that you're moving up to about $1.15, $1.45. Before you do that, you know, you need to get above about 34 cents. If you can do that, we're going up to 43, 48 cents, and if you can break above that, $1.15, $1.45. But it does look like it wants to move up nonetheless. Probably does want to extend based off of this move here, and from top to bottom, that would push it up at a minimum to about 41 cents. 50-cent area, splitting this zone. You'd want to hit that 1618, break that zone, because that would imply that you go higher. So nonetheless, I think you're going higher. Let's look for that 41 to 50-cent area in the more immediate term. Does it happen immediately? Probably not, but over time, like over the weeks, over the months, probably less than months, but we'll see. Dash is one I remember from yesterday and from every video I've talked about it so far, man. It's sad. It's depressing. It's not a good one. Unfortunately, man. And yes, I have the extensions to the upside on this one, but that doesn't mean I think it's going up here. This was more to see where I think the high is going to be. This cycle, it's going to be between like 150 and 337. Probably closer to that 150, 250 area if I really had to guess. But this is a sad looking chart, man. Still money to be made, sure, but you know, for what it's worth, I guess I would think that it looks like it wants to go up right now. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, you kind of right. You're kind of doing what I was talking about doing for what was it, VTC? I think it might have been VTC. We've got this downtrend coming in. You hit the top of your downtrend, and instead of coming down and forming a new low, you actually formed a higher low. I would think you want to break this. You probably want to make a move up to $73.75. First, look for 47.46, but inevitably up to here, up to this area. Consolidate a little bit, something like that, up between this 382 and the 236 here, and then make a move higher to 150, 186, maybe 250. You know, toward the end of the cycle, especially. Nothing soon. This is on a weekly chart. The soon stuff, the immediate stuff, is going to be that 47 to 73 dollar area. But no, I don't expect a new high for Dash this cycle. I think it'll produce a lower high yet again. I believe it's probably on its way out, guys. This might be like the last decent bull run for Dash. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I hope I'm wrong, because I hate seeing OGs go crash and die, man. But it happens. It's inevitable. It's the food chain. CFX, let's see here. Looking decent. Hard to say, man. You did reject the 618 area, but not really. You're still holding this trend. I like your daily RSI. I like your weekly RSI. I want to say you're going higher, man. We'll see you at 35 to 41 cents. Yeah, I think you look like you want to go higher. And potentially after that, we could even talk about extensions at 75 cents to $1.30. But first, let's look at that 35 to 41 cent area. That's CFX. I think it wants to go higher. If it goes down, not by much. Vioit. I don't know how to pronounce this one still, man. Nobody has told me. If we look at this for what it is, kind of looks like a top, right? High here, lower high, lower high. Bearish divergence. Not confirmed until we have a red week, which we still have about 3 days left. to do that, but I do think it wants to go lower. If we take this bottom to top here, we could see the 382 down there at about 16 cents is a very strong likelihood, if not lower. We could go to 13.6, if not 13 cents itself. If we hold that area, we don't run the risk of going lower. But if we do break this area, we run the risk of going to 8.7 to 6.8 cents. So either way, I think it's going down in the more immediate term. But how low does it go is the question. So at this moment, I'm inclined to believe that you hold this 618 around 13 to 13.65 cent area. But if you don't hold it, we'll talk about significantly lower numbers. But that's VIA, VAI, CHC. Man, this is one I liked. I remember this one. I actually liked it. Oh, look at you, doing well today, 13.5%. Man, and I talked about it yesterday, but with no audio, nobody would have known. But I know I was saying I liked it. This is one that I was like, I actually might put some money in this because let's look and see if we can find a better chart. Coinbase, Binance, there we go. More historical data. Kind of in this like solid phase of consolidation, and yes, you do still have these lower highs coming into play right now, but I think you're going to break out of it, right? I think it curved down here, and you've already broken out of it, honestly. So I do think you're going to continue higher. This move in itself looks a bit different than any other up move we've had so far. It has produced, I guess, not stronger readings in the RSI, stronger than the last one. That technically is right now hidden bearish divergence, but as long as we keep climbing, that'll get negated. The weekly RSI looks very, very strong, very, very strong. So you might see some temporary turbulence in this area, maybe. Daily looks so good too, though, man. I don't know. Let's see. What's the scoop here? Top to bottom. You're right at your 382. Yeah, you're probably going to move up to 32.2, if not 39.7 cents, somewhere in that area, inevitably. You could, right now, in the more immediate term, pull back to your 236, down at about 10 cents, 10.6 cents, and then move up. That wouldn't be weird at all, man. That really wouldn't be weird at all. You could consolidate around this area below your 382. You could consolidate around this area above your 382. Hard to say. Time will tell. I don't think you're making a move like this right now. You could, but I don't think you are. I think you're going to wait maybe a month, maybe a couple weeks, maybe more than a month, and then you're going to move up. But that's this thing. I think this one looks pretty good, man. Honestly, I like it a lot. But that's CHC. 1 inch. Ooh. Gotta sneeze, man. I would like to sneeze, but for some reason it just went away. Alright, we'll talk about it on Binance. So looking at it on Binance, I think I remember talking about this yesterday and thinking that it could see new all-time highs. It's got a low enough market cap. We'll look into it real quick, so I want to make sure that I'm not just remembering wrong, because there are a lot of coins here. Yeah, low enough market cap, 600 million. If you saw a 10x, that's a 6 billion, right? 10x is right there at the 886. So 6 billion at a 10x. 24 billion at a 40x. 60 billion at a 100x. Okay, and that would be essentially around like $52, $53. Yeah, you could see those prices, man. You could even see the $83 area. The 1618, it is a possible market cap to achieve. You could see the 1272. I'd say anywhere between $22.8 to $83 is possible for this thing by the end of the cycle. Now, it is also possible, completely possible, that you see a lower high throughout the end of the cycle and that's it. But I mean, that's not that, like, it's so close, man. I feel like the end of the cycle is going to be sometime out here. I don't think you're going to take all that time, but who knows, man. I guess there will be signs beforehand, but at the moment, speaking of the more relative stuff, you are getting above your 236 on the weekly, looking like you're sustaining it on the daily. The daily RSI, if I can get it, looks really nice as well. And yeah, the weekly looks good too. I think you want to move more immediately up to this 81.5 cent area. You're at 53 cents now, so 1 inch about to make some bullish moves. It might chill for a second like it's been doing, but it's going to see a pop. It might be today, it might be in a week, it might be in 2 weeks, but soon. it's going to see a pop up here. It might be today, man. It might be later this week or sometime next week, but pretty soon. Bebe, BB. Nope, that's not it. Let's talk about B and B. B, 820K. All right, looks like I was bullish on this one too, because the extensions are to the upside. That's my thought. Decent volume, decent days. Close above your 886. Get above 705161, and I'll be convinced you're going to the 1272 to the 1618 here at 60126 to 602818. Close above 705161 on a daily basis, and we could talk about that. As of right now, it's a hope, it's a dream, it's an idea, but it can become reality if we can close above this 886. So do that today. Do it. Get it done. Get it done tomorrow, whatever, or the next day. Who cares? But just get it done at some point. If not, if you reject this area, if you get back below your 786, you might go back down to 70277, which would be a hefty drop from here. It doesn't look like it, but it could be. And absolutely, you could go lower. But that is Bebe looking like it needs to make a decision. I think it's going to go up, but if it goes down, I've given you the ideas to look for if it goes down, right? So that's Bebe. Let's talk about Dot. Oh, I love Dot. I love Dot. This is one that got away from me, man. I bought it. Let's see. Let's see if it's got all the historical data that we're looking for. No, it does not. Kraken does. Oh. I bought it down here at like $3. Like I literally bought it at like it's like $3.15. I must have bought it on, no way, no. I know I bought it for $3 and something. Is this its all-time history? I bought it on Kraken, so this has to be it. Huh. Maybe I didn't buy it for $3.15. Maybe I bought it just below $4 there, but bought it there. It went up to like this price here. I felt so smart, and then it came down here, and I'm like, I'm gonna sell. I sold it at like $15, and then it went up again, and I was like, oh, damn it, and then it went down. So I made decent gains on it, but I could have made, you know, from essentially just under $4. Let's call it $4 up to 15. That's decent gains, but $4 to 40, that's way better gains. But anyways, enough about my personal life, man. Reminiscing here. The weekly RSI looks decent, looks pretty strong actually. I do like it a lot. Price action looks strong as well. Let's look at the daily. I like the daily RSI. Yeah, okay, so zooming back out here, if we take this relative high, that's not it. That was not the relative high. There we go. Yeah, you look like you want to move up to at least 1014. You're at 842 right now, so you want to move up above this 382, I think. You could do one of two things, and I'm kind of thinking you do the first one. First, I think you break above it, find support on it, and then move up higher. Or two, you could just be moving straight up to your 61869 area. I doubt you find resistance at your 0.5. It could happen, but I'm looking more for something like this first, and then up. That's my kind of interpretation. It might not look exactly like that, but more or less something like that. So we'll see you at like 1015 to 1020, and then look for turbulence. That's my best analysis that I got for Dot. But higher, it looks like it wants to go higher. I have hopes for Dot this cycle, man. I don't think it'll be one of the shining stars, but I think it can achieve high market caps. I think it can see new all-time highs. $3.20. That's what it's at now. Found resistance at the 1618. I believe I was bearish on this one yesterday too. Maybe it was a decision one. Maybe I wasn't bearish on it, but I was saying if you reject this 1618, which it looks like you're doing, we'd go down. But if you broke above it, then we'd go up. That would sound about right, because yesterday we didn't close. We didn't have any confirmation. I say yesterday, it was this day, but this is technically yesterday based on today's chart. But yesterday night when I was making this video, I was talking about this candle. Anyways, we're looking like we're rejecting out the 1618. We're looking like we want to move lower. So 1618 hit, likely the minimum target to expect to reach right now technically would be the 1414 at about $2.61. We could see that. Likely, I think you're going to that $2.20 area, if not all the way back down to $1.40, $1.38. Very, very common. That's not bad. It's very, very common, but lower nonetheless. Lower is where I think you're going. That's some pretty significant bearish divergence you've got. It is technically presented itself, and with this week, I would say it's pretty much confirmed. pretty much confirmed, especially with yesterday. I think it is confirmed. So what that would mean is that I would at least expect that we'd go to like 235, 240, somewhere in that area. And being below the 1414, I would think the 1272 is where we're going, 220. So that's my final number that I'm going to throw out. $2.20. That's where I think IMX is going. Ave. I like Ave. Yes, looks like it's about to break out. That white line is there for a reason, man. If we can close above it on a weekly, then we are getting ready to break out. If we reject from here, no big deal. No big deal at all. Just means, you know, maybe we come back down to like $85 or to $98, $100, 95, 90, whatever. We come back down a little bit, get ready for the next move up. It just might take a couple more weeks, but I'm kind of hopeful that we'll break out of it this week. We'll see. Compound's doing well. Ave might take its turn in the limelight here, and really, whenever you break out, I would think you're going to move up to 240 to 291. Here you are at 109 right now, so it's pretty solid gains in a short amount of time. Ave looking good. If it doesn't close above it this week, that's okay. You don't need to close above it this week for next week to break out, you know what I mean? But if you reject from here, well, that could mean that you're going to consolidate for a little bit longer, and that's okay too. But you're looking good, man. Finding support at previous areas of resistance, winding up at your breakout zone. Like, I think it's time. I think you want to go. You're going to go up to 240, 291. That's Ave. Dogecoin, I'm going to try to breeze through this one. Yesterday I was saying in my video that I expect it to go down. Yesterday, I think it was before that tall wick came in. Let me see. Actually, wow, maybe it was at that high. Wow, hold on, let me think here. Because, right, what time is it right now? We're on that 4. You see, we're on this candle. I would have made videos on this candle yesterday. And it would have been like an hour earlier than we are now. So right now we're on the 5th hour. Would have been on this hour here, so it would have been here. So a little bit near the top, but not quite near the top. But I was saying not quite at the top, but near it. I was saying that I think this is going to be a pullback. I think it's very exciting. It's nice to see Dogecoin's up 40% this week. I love it. It's great to see. You do have bearish divergence presenting itself. It's not confirmed yet, but I think, you know, the last time we saw a candle anywhere near this magnitude was not even here, back here. That was actually bigger, but anytime we see these huge candles, they get sold back into, right? Huge candle here, went up another week, and then down, right? So I do think that we're going to see prices below 9 cents again, below 8 cents. I am still looking for prices below 8 cents and potentially below 7 cents. Time will tell if that happens, but I'm not thinking Dogecoin. I'm in no way or shape under the impression that Dogecoin is ready to break out to new highs right now. I don't think it's ready to do Dogecoin things like, let's see. That's not it. There we go. Like this. I don't think we're doing things like this right now. I think we're doing things like this right now, right? Like this is that week, and then boom, we're going to do this. We're going to do this for the remainder of the cycle until we're ready to pump, right, toward probably sometime next year. I mean, when we saw this, that was July 2020. This is actually after the halving, so it might be different circumstances now. We might be doing this one right here, right? Still have lower to go. I don't know. But July, we didn't really break out, I guess, until December, so a whole like half year later, you know what I mean? And at no point would I say right now that I think it's go time. I don't think so. So that's Dogecoin. Going lower. Don't get too excited. If you've been holding it and you want to sell here, not financial advice, but it's probably not a bad idea. If you want to buy here, that's probably not a good idea. But I can be wrong, man. Watch Dogecoin go up without me and you because you listened to me. You shouldn't listen to me. You should do your own research and decide for yourself. You know, this is just my opinions. But for what my opinions are worth, based on the historical data we've seen with Dogecoin, this does not impress me. It does not. Where is the volume? That's a little bit more volume than we're used to regularly, I should say, like recently, but it's nothing compared to what we were seeing when we were breaking out over here, right? Like nothing. Not even close. So even this smaller one over here, it's not even close. It's not even like, it might be like half, if not just under 2/3. It might be half, man. Anyways, that's Dogecoin. I think it wants to go lower. I'm not too excited. Although I am excited for what Dogecoin will do for the rest of the bull cycle. Vera, talking about Vera. Vera with the upside look. Looking at it on a weekly, I don't like the RSI. Daily, I do like the RSI. This is actually a nice RSI. Yeah, you look like you want to go up. Yeah. We'll see you at 9.1 cents, if not 11.8 to 12.8. You look like you want to go up, man. Probably up to the 618 zone. Genuinely, you probably do see extensions off of this. All the way up at 25 cents, 35 cents, even higher than that. Looks good. Looks really good. I like Vera. Looks like it wants to go up now. When is the question, right? Because you're being boring. Could you be boring for another week or two? Sure. Could you move up today? Sure. It's hard to say. But nonetheless, I think you're soon getting ready to move up. Kind of like Ave, man. You're hugging that cusp right now. You're looking like you want to do it. ASM, assemble protocol, going down. Yeah, I was definitely bearish on this one yesterday as well. I do remember. But again, there's no evidence to that, is there? I still have the video. It's just without sound. I could post it without sound, and you can see that I probably drew this exact same fib and was probably saying 61869 is where we're going. Close below the 382 like that. I very much think we're going to see 2.6 to 2 cents. And that makes sense too, man, because this is a really nice like shape of a bottom. You definitely have an Adam and Eve going on there. The breakout point would have literally been either on a weekly closing basis here or on a tipping point right there. If we took the relative low to the relative high, your 61869 area is a little bit above that, so you're not breaking this structure at all. It's a healthy correction, so I think you do. I think you go around 2 cents. That's a ASM Hemule. I want to say I was bullish on it. Definitely, I was bullish on it because I've got this right here. Yeah, I think that says it all. Minimum target right there. If you close today above the 886, it's all over but the gains. So might be a good one to get into, you guys. For anybody looking for a DEX coin, this is Vitalik memes seem to be hitting it off this year. You got Metis, you got Vitalik's cat here. There's some other one. There's another one I can't think of what it's called right now. Maybe that's it, but I think there's one more, but I can't remember. Hit me with your Vitalik memes, man. But yeah, 3.76. That's probably where you're going, if not higher, in a short amount of time. Not a whole lot of volume, but whatever. Something like this is a DEX coin. You're not going to get a whole lot of volume, which is also why it probably moves up a lot. If it goes up here, don't buy it up here. If you want to buy it, this is the time to do it. It's already kind of late to the party, right? Because you very well could pull all the way back down to, like, you could see a 60% drop in this thing before it moves higher, and that would look healthy. That'd actually be a really good thing to do. But maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It's in my opinion, I think it wants to move higher rather immediately for what it's worth. So it might not stop at a 5.6x. It might be going all the way up to a 18.8x. I don't know, but somewhere in between there. Looks good. Looks like it wants to move up. It's tempting me to buy some. Let's move on to the next one. Oh my goodness, we're on the second page already. So that was 27 or 26, I forget, whatever the number was yesterday that I had. Let's make sure that you can still hear me. Looks like you can. We're good. We're live. Linu USD for slow key. It's not on here, but I bet it's on here. Linu Inu. You guys know, right? There's Limu Inu for I forget what insurance company that is, but that's Linu Inu. It reminds me of Limu Inu. Limu Inu Inu. However it is. Anyways, Limu Emu. There we go. We'll use that one. We'll take this off. Yes, we've used it before. So it was at 100 for all of its life, and then it stopped being at 100. I don't know why that happens, man. It's like a glitch and a half right there. It's weird. Yeah, because you're maintaining 100 as you're going down. It doesn't make sense to me. How much you got to pay for that? I want to know. Higher. I think you want to go higher. I do. I really think you do. If you go lower from here, it's not going to be by much, but I think you want to go higher. I can see why you wanted me to talk about it, right? It went up 94% yesterday. And it's down today already 19%. Very low liquidity, so you're going to see volatility like this, but I think all in all it wants to go higher. Like no Shikaka Roonies. It could be pulling a 16x here soon, right? In the course of 1 day here, 3 days, it pulled a 7x. Did a 20x in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 days. It did a 20x in 5 days. So whenever I tell you that it's going to pull a 16x soon, it could be pretty soon, man. It can be pretty damn soon. Very low market cap, very low liquidity. You'll see these kind of things run up really fast. I do. I think it wants to go up higher. That's Lino. That's the minimum target. I mean, I guess we could take this more relative fib. This would be probably more appropriate. Minimum target, I would actually switch it to here, which is still ridiculous at a 8.6x. So potentially up here as well, though. Anyways, that's Linu. Let's talk about AKT for Stana. AKT does not have a cool theme song with it. Just moving up, aren't you? Week after week, making Stana rich over here. Oh, hell yeah, man. Looks good. Oh, it's so good. That's such a good daily RSI. That is beautiful, man. I love that. You will correct at some point. You'll see some consolidation at some point, but when, man? It's in like a death spiral. But this is a vitality spiral. It's just life is coming into it day after day, week after week. Let's see, top to bottom. Yeah, 540. A little bit higher, 540. I think you're going up. If you go down from here, it's not going to be by much. You won't go below that low. You'll form a higher low, continue to do what you've been doing and working your way up to here. I would bet when you reach about, that'd be what, 60 cents higher? That's where your turbulence will come, and you'll probably pull back a little bit more significantly. Look at that, 2272 on your 2272. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, lower after that. So up a little bit more, and then maybe you pull back to 384. Maybe you pull back to $3 itself. A little bit below that, and then up. That would be my expectation. So yeah, you're getting ready for a more decent consolidation phase like this one here, right? Little correctional phase, but you're not quite ready yet. I think higher first, a little bit higher, 60 cents or so. Good job, everybody. It's looking good, man. Looking really good. H-bar. You guys, I'm feeling tired. If I seem goofy, if I seem tired, it's because I am. Bearish divergence presenting itself, though it's not confirmed. Look at H-bar go, man. Let's see. Bottom to top, you're already up 84%. It's only taken you 4 weeks. Nice. Well, you're not up 84%. That was your high, but I mean, right now you're up 74%, so still hell yeah. Good job. Looking good. I like the weekly RSI a lot. I really do like the weekly RSI a lot. Looks like you broke out of your accumulation range, right, with this past couple weeks. So I don't think you're stopping here. I think that you will go up to about 20 to 24 cents. You're at 11.7 cents now. You absolutely could go higher. Is it going to be a straight shot there? It could be. It could, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up. Like it, who knows how it's going to look, but nonetheless, 20 to 24.5 cents is where I think you're going. Let's see if this lines up with anything. Right there, 20 to 24.5. That splits it right there at 22 cents. Yeah. Yep. Looking good. Oh, looking like you want to go up higher. That's H-bar. Let's talk about flow. Flow with the wind. It's got a weird like Adam and Eve kind of bottom on the weekly, but I think if you, yeah, it's still weird. It's still very weird. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but kind of a double bottom look nonetheless. Looking like you want to go higher. Why stop here? You're going to go to $1.19, if not $1.38. Yeah. You're at $1.08 now. We'll see you at $1.19 to $1.38, if not higher. If not higher. Yeah. What else lines up with that? Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you go up to $1.60. We'll see. Wouldn't be crazy. I'd say between $1.20 to $1.60. That's where you're going. That's my final answer. Flow looks good. Looks like it wants to go up. It's flowing upwards. Quorum or corium. I don't know how you'd pronounce it. I'll pronounce it quorum. Weird looking chart. All right. Very weird. It's almost like a cup and handle. Sure. I don't know what to do with this thing, man. Oh, come on now. There we go. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. I think it wants to go lower. I think you want to go to your 236 down at about 12.2 cents. And then go up. Form some bullish divergence and then go up. Right now you're in a steady downtrend in your daily RSI. So until you break that, I think you're going lower. And I do think you're going lower in the more immediate term. So we'll see you around 12 cents, 12 and a half cents, somewhere over there. You're at 14.4 cents now. That's quorum. Talking about karate. Karate hua. I used to do karate, man. Oh, it's Ichiban. Ichiban means number one. Or maybe it means number one student, but that's how I remembered it. I remember whenever I first, like, I don't know, like I had my first group of friends that I stuck with for a long time, like my boys, man, that I still love and know to this day. I told them I was Ichiban, and they're like, "What? You're Ichiban? Like what?" Like they gave me crap for it, and I'm like, shut up. It's cool. I'm Ichiban, man. It was cool. It was actually really cool, man. It was a good experience. I think everybody should be forced, not forced, okay, nobody should be forced into anything, but I would highly recommend that everybody gets into martial arts at some point in their life, man. Whatever form you want. And learn it from somebody who's like actually from that part of the world. You know what I mean? Like the Eastern Hemisphere. Get it, or at least someone who's been taught directly from someone like that. You know, get that culture, get that heritage. It's cool. It's different. It's weird, but it's also cool. It's part of the fun of it, I think. Enough about that though. Bullish divergence, yes. This looks really weird, man. It's looking like it wants to karate chop a block to the upside. You're at 0.00422. Bullish divergence presenting itself on the daily. I don't mind the weekly. It is really weird. It is really strong. There is no volume as you're moving up, especially. I would think you want to go lower. I would think you want to see 0.0025 or lower based off of that, but something tells me you want to move up. Kind of a similar thing here, like you're in a weird looking downtrend in your RSI. When that breaks, you're probably going to make a move up. Does that mean that you're going to new highs? It doesn't mean that, but maybe you go up to 0.0058. Let's see what you do with that area and then see if you turn around from there. But I do think it wants to go up in the more immediate term. If you go down, it's going to be to that 00373 area. And then up is my thoughts on karate. Or as they say, karate. NTRN, NTRN. Looking so good, man. Looking really good. I like this structure. Now, can you hold it? Can it be maintained? Because what you did was you found a common extension. You came back down to your golden ratio area and you're finding support there. At least that's what it looks like. Can that maintain? Can you continue to find support? Can you reverse from here? Can you get back above $1.58.65 cents? If you can, I have faith that you're going up to $2.32 or higher. But if you close below this 1.6 or this golden ratio at about $1.38, if you close below that on a daily basis, you might be going down to $1.22 or $1.13 or lower. You know, something like that is very much at play. So hard to say. I'm under the impression you want to go up higher, but let's just see. Let's look at the 4 hour. I think that could have been the low, man. It could have been, but you might have lower to go. We'll see. That's a nice looking little like doji candle right there. I don't know. Let's see how this day closes. If you can get above that 886, not just today, but like any day, today, tomorrow, the next day. Don't close below that 618. Get above the 886. We can talk about 232, and that's where I do think you're going. I do like the structure right now. That can change in a day. That can change in 4 hours. The structure can be obliterated. AIT. True USD. I think you wanted it on this, didn't you? Yeah, it's a little top heavy. It's a little top heavy. Bottom to top. 41 cents you go. A little bit below that and then up. That's what I'm thinking. Down and then up, man. Common retracement and then up. Aero. A-E-R-O. We're not even close to being done. We're closer, but whoa, man. Okay, yeah. Okay, wow. Wow. Okay. Joshua Sanker, man. I thought we were friends, bro. Why are you telling me about it now? I could have put this up for everybody to see, right? You're being selfish keeping this to yourself. Come on now. No, I don't know. Maybe you just saw it grow too. I don't know. It's hard sometimes, man. Whenever, especially you see something grow like this, 84% in a day, it's hard to be like, yeah, you should buy it. You should get it. You know, like it's really hard. And it's even harder when you're like, I want to tell you to buy it, but I don't think it's a good idea. And then you see it go up a whole nother 100%. It's like, you should have been risky. It would have paid off. But most of the time you should, man. Most of the time you shouldn't chase. You can be put in a situation, maybe you chase this thing, you buy up here, and then it drops down here. It doesn't look that big on the chart, but literally from that high to this low, it's a 32% drop, and it happened in a very short amount of time after a big pump like this. Like, it can make you emotional. It's best if you think about buying something like this and you don't, and it gets away from you, it's best to just move on, look away, don't stare at it too much. Very overbought. The 4 hour looks nice. I think it wants to go higher. Oh, I don't like the volume. I don't like the volume. I don't think it wants to go too much higher. It's hard to do TA on something like this, my man. So my best guess is this might be the top. This might be it right here. If it's not the top, I don't think you go up too much higher. You could go up, you know, you're at 46 cents, that top's at 48.5 cents. Maybe you go up to like 60 to 65 cents, but I don't think so. I'm just eyeballing it roughly here too, because I got no fibs or anything to help me out. The RSI is hot. It looks really strong, but it's been up here for a while. You've kind of got this ascending channel. You've already hit a 90 something. You know, with this, when you come down, you're going to break that probably, and that would be the start of some kind of common retracement. The best that I could do, maybe this is the low to take. I don't know. If we just don't have the high yet, so we don't know. That could be the high, but we don't know. You could see a 25 cent, a 17 cent. You're all the way up at 45 cent, and absolutely it could go lower than that even, because that's like the conservative fib. Maybe if we take from this actual low here, I mean, who knows, man. 25 cent, 14 cent, 16 cent could very well be in play, and that could happen in a very short amount of time, and then this thing moves up more. What is this? What's the market cap? I'm gonna look into this thing if it's got a low market cap, man. Oh yes, it does. Whoa. We might have a breadwinner here, guys. Went through a DNS attack. Oh, what is a DNS attack? What does that stand for? I'm gonna feel dumb because I should know. I know what it is. DNS attack, meaning it's been a while. Yeah, it's just like they're getting hit with like a bunch of transactions at once, right? Or a bunch of like whatever. I think they're getting hit with like a bunch of information at once. Or no, is that not it? Am I wrong? Oh, is it like phishing? I don't know. I guess I don't understand. I thought it was something else. Okay. Okay, so it's a little bit of smoke and mirrors is what it sounds like. That sucks. Okay, so the domains and dApps can now be safely accessed and interacted with while the team investigates further on the attack to stay up to date. That's the thing about crypto, man. That kind of stuff happens all the time. Let's look at the tokenomics. I'm really curious about this one. Yes, we're late in this video, man, but hold up now. My goodness. I forgot to give a shout out to Travis for Corey, for the other Corey. But shout out to Travis, man. I meant to do it, man. I totally forgot. I can't go back and do that, man. I can't. I've come too far in the video. 70 million, dude. It just went through a DNS attack and it's doing this right now. Like what? You guys. I don't know about you, but 70. You know what that means? Let's assume this thing catches any traction at all. Not financial advice. Don't put money into this without looking into it. I'm spitballing ideas here, right? I'm going to look into it. If I decide to put money in, I'll let you guys know if I want to. But it'll probably be a small amount. It's only a $70 million market cap. Let's pretend here that we see a $7 billion market cap. We're at 70 right now. 700 million is a 10x. 7 billion is a 100x. Right? Okay, was I saying 7 or 70? I was saying 7. Okay, so that's 100x. That's 100x, right? Yeah. For some reason, I thought it would be more than that. 7 billion at 100x, though. If it sees a 14 billion, that's a 200x, which is very achievable. A $30 billion would be like a 400x. I doubt it would see a 70 billion with as new as it is, you know. But I don't know, man. Something like this, or who knows? Maybe it sees a $70 billion market cap, but because of its unlimited supply, the price won't grow in the same amount as the market cap does. I don't know. It looks good, but probably wants to pull back at some point soon. That's all. I'm getting caught up in it because I'm like, oh, big green candles. What do you do? Let's talk about UBT. UBT. I'm assuming this is the one, Unibright, for Daniel Cosmola, the Cosmo Koala. Looking good. Again, Danny, I thought we were friends, man. You're just like Joshua Sanker, keeping your sweet coins all to yourselves until we see a 117% pump in a week. Then you let us know. You want us to be your exit liquidity, don't you? Low liquidity, very low volume right now. That's probably why it's moving up so easily. Or maybe it's on another exchange. It's on HoneySwap, it looks like, which is a low liquidity exchange. Top to bottom here. Yeah, you're probably going to go up to about 25 cents. Chill around there. I doubt you just break straight through it on the first attempt because this is kind of like your overall accumulation range. I didn't draw that too well, but okay, for some reason I can't draw. It must be the delirium. You probably chill around this area for a little bit and then you move up. You move up to that 73 to $1 area, and here you are at 20 cents right now. Go up to about 25 cents and then we'll see you move up higher. It looks good. It does. It looks really good. QSP. What is that? What is QSP? I feel like I should know. Quant stamp. That's right. I like the weekly RSI. I don't like the price action. Sure, it kind of looks like a double bottom, I guess. I don't mind it as much. Top to bottom. When it moves up, I don't know, but when you decide to, we'll see at about 0.008 to 1.5 cents. Here you are at 0.005 now, so decent gains to be made. It's looking like it wants to happen sooner than later. It could be a couple weeks, it could be a month or two even, but you're going to be moving up here soon enough. Soon enough. Up, I think you go. If you go lower, probably not lower than this, though. It's probably going to be insignificant to the downside, but much more significant to the upside. Definitely a good time to DCA. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Who knows if anything that I say is a good idea, you know? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. That's for you to decide, but that's not for me to decide for you, right? And really, you shouldn't be basing your decisions off of mine. I know there's some of you out there who have, whenever you hear that I buy something or sell something, you kind of copycat that, and that's fine. That's okay. That people do that. That's okay. But me personally, I would recommend that you come to your own conclusions. If you happen to already think about selling or buying something, and then you see one of my videos and it just kind of furthers that idea, right? You're using that to kind of like see if there's anything, if I'm seeing the same things you're seeing, if there's anything that I'm seeing that you might not have seen, but you're like, oh, that makes more sense. I am going to do this now. Like, cool, that's great. But like, I hope you're not just like watching this and being like, tell me what to do, because that's not the point of this at all. The main point of this, guys, is I want to give my opinion as to the directional heading of where these are going, and then hopefully show you a very basic run through of how to do TA, right? Very standard stuff here. We're not doing crazy stuff. We can get a lot more in depth, but man, whenever I've got 41 coins, I'm not going to go super in depth on all of them, as you guys can probably tell, right? I'm doing the most in depthness right now on just talking. Anyways, 236 rejection. You're coming back up now. Looking good. Looking good, Radio Caca. Yeah, looking really good. You, Mr. Radio Caca, want to move all the way up to 3055. Yes. Yep, and you probably chill around there as well. That's my thoughts. Up. Happens sooner than later. Probably before the halving, but maybe not, but probably. Let's talk about Rio, and then we've got Moby, and then we have Neon, and that's it, you scallywags. Looking like you want to go down, Rio. I don't like it. Oh yeah, you're looking like you were trying, and now you're looking like you're dying. It's okay. Oh, weird. Really weird, man. It's super weird. There's hope. If you hold 82 cents, 84 cent, 82 cent area. I don't think you're going to, though. I think you're going to go to 72 to 67 cent. You might hold that 78 cent area. You might. I just think with something like that, if you get anywhere near down here, I think you'd see extensions. That wouldn't be crazy at all, right? Let's draw a circle here in your expected zone, your 1272 to your 1618. We delete that, delete the fib. I mean, low here, low zone here, draw a straight line, connect the dots. It looks pretty good to me. So yeah, maybe you do go to between like 66 and 73 cents. Lower is where I think you're going. That's a harsh rejection there. That is definitely bearish divergence. I don't like it. Yeah, I really do, man. I think. Well, what are the extensions here? 72, 67, bro. And before I was saying 66 and 73, it all lines up. No matter how you cut the cookie, man, it's lining up. Let's talk about Moby. Mobius coin. Nope, not on that. Moby Dick, Moby token. I don't know what you want, Chad Shee. I think you said, what did you say? Let's see here real quick. You said Moby wrapped ETH. Well, out of these two, this has the higher market cap, and it is wrapped ETH, so we're going to do that one. If it's not that one, that I don't know what to tell you. Request it again. It'll be okay. We'll make it work. I won't hold any resentment for it. Yeah, interesting. It's a new chart. Is it worth getting into? I don't know. I don't like things like this. But If I was trying to degen and I wanted to buy something like this might be a good area to buy. It does look like it might have found a low and it wants to go higher. It's at $1.78. You could double in price from here in a very short amount of time or more. You could very well go all the way down to 96 cents or lower as well, but who knows. I personally think you want to go up higher. That's my genuine opinion. Let's finish this bad boy up with Neon. Neon. Wow. It looks big, but it's only 35%. I mean, that's big, don't get me wrong, but it looked a lot bigger. Without follow through, I'm not impressed. It's too new of a chart to really have an opinion on anyways. But without follow through, I'm not impressed. Will you get follow through? That's the real question. The strongest move you've ever seen on a 4-hour basis. The strongest move you've ever seen on a daily basis. This could be different. This could be different. I might be getting a little bit more impressed as I'm talking about it. Yeah, we'll see you at $1.78, $1.92, $2.15. I think inevitably you are actually moving up above these highs. So really we could even see something like this. Let's see top to bottom here. Yeah, dude. Yep. Yeah. $2.45 or higher. You're at $1.59 now. So yeah, it looks good. Looks like it wants to go up. That's all I got for you guys. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I've got more videos to do, so with that I leave you. Take it easy. Peace out. And I will see you on the next one. Have a good night, good day, wherever you are, whenever you are. Drink some water, and you know, just chill, just relax, man. Crypto's doing its thing. We just had a nice up week with a lot of coins. If your coin happens to go down, don't panic sell. Buy more, or just sit on your hands, wait. We're so early, guys. We're right before the halving. Like, we're so early. We've got so much time left. Like, you think things are good right now? Like, you've seen a 10x, a 20. I've already landed a 25x in this cycle already. Not on my overall portfolio, but I've had a coin do 25x, and that I've landed. It actually went more than that, but I'm probably sitting at about a 18 to 20x right now, to be completely fair. But I'm just saying, like, you see your coins doing stuff like that. I'm not trying to brag. What I'm trying to say is, just because you've seen that doesn't mean that we're at the end of the bull cycle. We're still in the beginning. You see your 5x's, your 2x's, your 10x's, your whatever x's. Maybe you've got a 40x in the bag. We're still in the beginning, guys. There's more to be had. Okay? Don't sell short when we're just getting started, right? That's a horrible mistake to make. You think it's bad wanting to buy something and it takes off without you. It's even worse when you were in it. You sell it because you're trying to be smart, because it pulls back a little bit. You think it's going to pull back a little bit, and it does. It pulls back a little bit, but you don't go in because you're like, it's going to pull back a little bit more, and then it just takes off without you. That's the worst feeling, man. That's the absolute worst feeling. Playing that game of catch-up, playing that game of what do I do now? Don't play the game. Just sit on your hands. Wait for the cycle to develop. Wait for your money to develop. I don't care how much it's developed already. It will develop more. We are in the beginning. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.